Hey guys, what's good with your Beetle Johnson here, and I am showcasing my mini arcade as of March 2025. I'm going to start here with this top row, which I like to call a G1 row, except for this one right here. That's a G2. The G1 row means the first generation of my arcade mini video cabinets. This one here is Dig Dug. And the second one here, which I got a couple videos made with on a high score challenge, is Miss Pac-Man. Now this one here is a second generation, I like to call it. You'll figure out why these are second generation if you go to the website. But this is Super New Challenger Street Fighter, and also Street Fighter Champions Edition. So it's two Street Fighters in one, and I like to use this cabinet to just practice my Street Fighter on, and I'll tell you why later. This here is Generation 1 of Galaga from my arcade. I got a couple videos with that doing a high score challenge. And this one here is, of course, if you can see, is Burger Time, G1 Burger Time. And down here are my micro cabinets that I like to play also sometimes, but it's very hard because the screen is very small. If you zoom in with your camera, you'll be able to see how small it is. But I don't have them turned on right now because they are super loud, but and there's no volume control. But you know what, anyway, I'll turn them on just for a second. Just so you can hear. And also the marquees light up on these. That's awesome. Just so you can hear how loud they are once they get going after they do the demonstration. Can you hear that? That's Space Invaders. Listen how loud that is. There goes Pac-Man. There goes Galaxian. And there goes Miss Pac-Man. Them jokers are loud. But with this G1 and these micro arcades, I do take these with me to like friends' houses, birthday parties, at Christmas time, Thanksgiving. You know, it's fun for the younger kids to play on, and the older ones that like retro games, because I love retro games. I like to challenge my family members and stuff that are into this stuff. See, you can get the best high score. But moving on, we'll go down to this bottom row here, which is what I like to call Generation 2 of the My Arcade video game systems. If you see these two Super Street Fighters here on the end piece here, these you can play one player or two player. You can connect them together and play against someone. These I don't carry out anywhere. This bottom row I pretty much keep at home, so if you come and visit me, I'll probably ask you to play against me in some Street Fighter if you feel like it. But moving on, sorry about that. Right down here I got Miss Pac-Man, Generation 2 from my arcade, which the Generation 2 model is way far superior to the Generation 1 model because this is the actual Miss Pac-Man ROM. And not only is it one player, but you can have two player on that, so you can like challenge your friends and actually see who has the highest score, because it will be displayed on the screen. And this is a Generation 2 Data East game, and it has all the best like Data East games on it. But the only thing about this I don't like, it's got all the NES ports of those Data East games. But if you can see, Karate Champion is probably displayed because I did have a G1 version of a Karate Champion by my arcade, but it got broken with a couple other G1s that I had. So I took in mind to start taking better care of these because anything could happen. But moving on, this one here, as you can see, is pole position. Not only is it pole position, it's pole position 1 and 2, and this is a Generation 3 My Arcade game. And they got more coming down the pipeline, but I love this game. And also, it's the original port for both games, and it keeps high score for either game. And if you want to check out some reviews on any of these, I recommend you check out a channel called Gen X Corona. They got some great reviews on this machine. Now this here, Contra, this is a Generation 1. I did have 2 of these because, like the Super Street Fighter, you could hook them together and do 2-player on there via cord in the back. But like a couple other I learned earlier on, you gotta watch where you put these because you can break them. So you gotta take great care of these when you get them because they are tiny. But anyway, moving on. This is a G1, but it's the actual first G1 that had the actual game port in it. So it is the real game port. Moving over from that, though, back to the Generation 2, we got Space Invaders Cab, and that's also 2-player, also saves high score. And next to that, over here, we have an Atari 50th Anniversary VCS. This has all the Atari games that Atari made. What I don't like about this, that it doesn't have like the other games on here that companies made for Atari. It just has strictly Atari games, but it does have some great like original Atari games on here, like Asteroids, one of my faves. Another one of my faves was Double Dunk. Then the boxing. I mean, if you had an Atari 2600 or VCS, which it was originally called, then you know what I'm talking about. But one of my favorite things to do on here is like to play Asteroids and try to flip the score over. I'm pretty sure I got Centipede or something right now, so displayed just for this video because it's showing the Atari sign on there and it looks kind of cool. I'm just waving around like that. And last but not least, we're going to move over here to this awesome Generation 2 Galaga / Galaxian machine, because this is 2 games in one also, and this also retains your high score. So that's it for my video, guys. Short but sweet. I will be making I promise to be making more detailed video games and be doing high score challenges with these Generation 2 machines and Generation 3. And don't forget to check out My Arcade if you're interested in any one of these machines. And they got great stuff coming down the pipeline, guys. So if you're interested, stay tuned to them, guys. And I will be making some high score videos, some of these, and hopefully some of you guys that are into My Arcade cabs, mini ones like this, so like challenge me in some of these. I'll be looking out for some videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will check you out later.
Honey, where'd you get this?
He gave it to me, Mommy. He did.
Who, sweetheart?
The sad man.